No games in Class 6A District 3 this week as all 8 teams in the league were idle. 3 of those 8 are still undefeated on the season at 5-0, 2-0 and in district. And that includes Saginaw Boswell, whose head coach, Coach Ab, John Abendshead, joins me now. Coach Ab, I'm loving the titleist hat on you there, but we got to talk some football. What is the secret in the sauce right now? 5-0 on the year.
Man, I'm going to be honest. We got a great group of kids, and I know a lot of guys say that, but these are the kids that when we went into 6A 3 seasons ago, they were freshmen and sophomores, and they jumped in there and got a lot of playing time, and we got beat up. I mean, we got beat up, and we figured out why a weight room is so good and why leadership is so good, and they've stayed. And I think that's what's so impressive to me is that we've worked through off season and we've lifted a lot of weights and we have done all the things that to try to get to where we are. And so I've got 38 seniors, and that always helps. I've got a coaching staff that they stay with me, and they're unbelievable. Just a great group of guys. And then we got a great community. Boswell's just it really is. It's a special place. I've been here a long time, and so far we're putting it together. We're playing really hard, but we've got the meat of our schedule coming up, and we're going to be tested real quick this week.
That's a perfect segue because you've got company in the district, North Crowley, LD Bell, both right there with you in the standings. What have you seen from them this season? I don't know if you've watched any tape on them, obviously with them being your next 2 opponents.
North Crowley watched a lot, and it may be one of those things that I probably shouldn't watch it because they get better and better every time I see them on film. And Coach Gates is doing an unbelievable job there. That they are so fast and they play hard. I mean, that's the thing, and they play together. That seems like they kind of have the same kind of group of leadership and camaraderie amongst the guys that play. Defensively, the Mike linebacker is the best I've ever seen. He's unreal, and their defense flies around. And then, oh, by the way, their quarterback can outrun anybody. And they just do some great things. They'll set you up in formations that try to give you trouble, and they're just a very good, well-rounded football team. Beat a real good Lovejoy team back earlier. Beat Trinity and kind of got away from them there at the end. And so that's going to be they're going to be one of the best teams that we've played. I think probably all year. They're just highly talented. And then LD Bell, how exciting for them. Mm-hmm. Coach Dibble's doing a great job of putting together something magical over there. And I know that he's worked really hard since he's got there just to change the tide. And my goodness, sitting 2-0 and right now everybody's got a shot. So it's pretty exciting.
Well, I'll just throw it to you point blank. For you guys to get to where you need to go this season, what needs to happen?
We got to play great defense, and we can't turn the ball over. I think, we got to continue to handle whatever comes our way. We don't know, Friday against North Crowley. We got to go to their house. It's an unbelievably beautiful stadium. Crowley did a great job of building a facility where both schools, them and Crowley, use it. It's beautiful, but it's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. It's going to be a playoff type atmosphere, and we have to handle whatever adversity comes our way each and every Friday. And so, and our kids have worked really hard. They've given ourselves the chance, and anytime you can do that, you're going to have an opportunity. So, our quarterback, Sawyer Farr, is playing really well. Ezra Carter, our running back, is a kid that can do lots of amazing things. And Gage Ellis at receiver, and that those guys on our offense really give us a chance. And I think defensively, I got a bunch of guys that just fight their tails off. Nick Hawthorne's a big corner that we got. Jane Langley's a defensive end that is a special kid, but we got a bunch of kids that just fight. And it's going to take every bit to get done what you're talking about. But honestly, Friday is going to be such a huge game for us because, we want to win district. That's kind of what we set out. Our first district game 2 years ago was against Trinity, and they beat us 65-0. And that stayed in us and we haven't forgot it. And that's kind of been, we said this will be our lowest day, and we want to build from there. And so, and that's kind of been the mantra. So to get it done, we have to overcome whatever is in front of us. And so far, we've done a good job, but hopefully the best is yet to come.
Well, Coach Ab, we appreciate you taking some time with us tonight. Good luck the rest of the way. I apologize for wearing Kansas State colors. Got a Texas Tech fan who's not doing so well this weekend. Well, we appreciate the time, Coach Ab, and we've still got much more to get to on the Chevy High School Sports Special.